Good afternoon and Happy New Year to you all. Today, I am calling for fresh conference to all of you because of Chinese abduction of our young boys. Now, I would like to narrate the story. Siram Therant is about 17 years and his a friend elder to him, Sri Johnny Yang, is about 27 years. Both of they are from Jido village under Tooting Circle. They are in the bordering area. Both of they went out for collecting natural herbs in the Longla, in the or Siungla under Bushing village area. It's bordering Chinese area, but very well inside our Indian territory. There on 18th evening, both of they were actually surrounded by PLA, that is called Chinese Army, and Mr. Muram Theron, who is younger one, was abducted by PLA, and he was taken away by the Chinese army. But then another one, however, escaped from the situation and reached back to Jido village, informed the villagers and the authority there in the Tooting. So the Chinese army were very well inside the territory of India occupation. Now, this is a unprecedented incident always taking place in Arunachal Pradesh. Last time also at Daforizo, the same incident taken place. 5 youths were abducted, but however, later after diplomatic intervention, 5 were released. Then this is again taken place in Upper Siang district of Arunachal Pradesh. 1 youth had been abducted by Chinese army, People Liberation Army. In short, it's called PLA. So there is no safety and security by the people of Arunachal Pradesh, because we are living in the border areas of our country and we are next to army. Our people are defending the Indian territory because we are collecting herbs from the jungle and looking after the jungle, the Indian territory. Now, if this kind of situation always taken place in our place, we have no safety and security. Therefore, through you all medias, I, on behalf of Apcc and the people of our states and the family members of that abducted son and people of Jido village and the people of Upper Siang district, urge upon the central government, please initiate necessary action so that the abducted boys is released as early as possible. Is third, having negotiation with the Chinese counterpart by our Prime Minister and the defense minister and so on, because if that youths of the abducted do not come back, then again there will be panicky and peer psychosis by our innocent villagers and the people of this part of the area. I think it's the time go beyond deliberations and words, more on practical by the BJP-led government headed by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. We have to go on practical, and safety and security of border has to be ensured properly. As on that, there is a successive incidents, and in future also we do not know how many incidents would be occurred. And we are not feeling secured. However, we are first-class Indian and will fight for our country, will work for our country, will do fight for our country India, will fight against China, will stand against China, will not let loose the border territory of our country. Thereby, now also, not only in that Siang district, all Arunachal Pradesh adjoining, bordering to Chinese, touching the Chinese border, we are always safeguarding next to our army. Our people are sacrificing. And the Chinese should not take easy advantage to our people and our army. However, if the central leadership who is running the government, if they remain silent, if they remain weak, I think that situation will be taken by the counterparts. They should be very vibrant, vocal, and bold enough to fight out with this situation. Gone were the days when there was a Congress government, be it UPA 1-2 and before that, they fought. Even if they lose the election, win the election, doesn't matter. They always stood for the safety and security and integrity of our country. So that kind of mindset has to be again continued and adopted by this government too, because other foreign countries are thinking our government weak. So they must deliver something so that they feel fear of our actions. Whatever they want to do, they whimsically do. They always comes to enter to our territory. They build roads in the Siungla area, Nongte area also. They have already, I would like to tell you, constructed 3-4 kilometers inside our territory roads. That is Longte, Jor area. Sign is already inside. But there is no road near to that. Our people are go by pedestrians, go by walking, climbing ups and down in the big hills and slopes. So there is no proper connectivity in the border areas and the border villages. And as on that, Bosiram is not connected, Mayung is not connected, and Jido is somehow connected by jeepable roads. And the, another one, Gailing is somehow connected. And from Gailing, it is in the right bank, and left bank is a Bosiram. They just cross by this hanging small bridge made by themselves, and they go to look after the jungles. So our people are taking care of the territorial integrity of the country, and they very often go inside in the jungle and collect vegetables and other necessary natural herbs. And that had been the habit of our people, and that's why this beautiful land is being protected. And I salute the army. Army is doing very well, but then army is being assisted by local people living in the border areas. So I would like to urge upon even the state government to make a strong initiation and tell the central government for these incidents and urge them to come into action. And we want that abducted boy is released very soon. There is the diplomatic dialogues and intervention by the central government with the counterparts. We want that boy returns safely to his village and relieves the griefs and sadness of their family members, his family members. Then next is the Zero. Today celebrating, I think 50 years. 50 years before 50 years, the then frontier track was renamed as recreation as Arunachal Pradesh. That is 20 January 1972 by the then Honorable Prime Minister, Iron Lady Srimati Indira Gandhi. And thereafter, 20 February 1987, the young Prime Minister, the then young Prime Minister of our country, Sri Rajiv Gandhi, had given statehood to our district, Arunachal Pradesh. So Congress has given us many things. Now I think this BJP government is more on words and deliberation, less on practical. There seems to be and had to be pancrans. All the projects are lying idly, and no new projects are being taken up. I don't condemn the young and dynamic Chief Minister. He wants to do something, but center is not giving anything. Center is not listening anything. And our elected MPs from our states, they raise the voice. Their high commands are not listening to them. They are giving deep ear. So this is a kind of horrible situations, and this is a kind of wonderful situation that we do not understand. Congress understand the feelings and pulses of the people, and this government do not know, and they don't feel the problems of the people. So through you, I extend my hearty greetings to the people of Zero and undivided Subansiri district and the people of Arunachal Pradesh on this special occasion on behalf of all ranks and files of the party in Arunachal Pradesh and the people of Arunachal Pradesh. And lastly, Congress has given us many things, and I think gone days were the very good days. We would like to see that these gone days comes back to Arunachal Pradesh in our state, so that developmental activities in our state comes up with leaps and bounds. Thank you very much.